So I was just laying out on the grass with my foam roller, moving around, doing some stretches, mobility, and I thought of something that I thought that's kind of weird, but it could be incredibly helpful. So let's get weird together. Let's explore this. I'm fascinated with the why behind things. Probably a little obsessed sometimes. I know that. But I always wonder why. Why are we, for example, you want to lose weight, or you want to start a business, or you want to do something, and you could find the best step-by-step systems to get to that. And we say that that's what we want the most, and we say that that would mean a lot to us. And I always wonder why can't we stick with it? Why don't we maybe believe in ourselves? Why do we criticize ourselves so much? Why do we struggle with this? Like, I'm very curious about what's behind that. And I was thinking, if you know a person and you know they're a good person, right? So the person has a good heart, is a good person. And today you meet up with them, or you see them around, or maybe you live with them or something, and they talk not in the best way to you, like maybe a little bit crappy attitude, and maybe what they say is hurtful, but you know, like, wow, that's not typically them. So if the person's a good person, you know, okay, they're probably going through something today, or they're overwhelmed with something. Or if you've been in the spiritual inner development, self-development, all the stuff, inner work journey for a while, you know, like, okay, maybe there's a wound that they haven't healed that somehow got triggered by this, or today, or earlier, or something, whatever, right? There's something that they're going through, processing, facing. And I always say, like, okay, put yourself in their shoes. I like that not to justify their behavior, but put yourself in their shoes, and that's an easy way to reach a place of compassion for them. I have 27,000 videos on this, so I'm not gonna go into this right now, but I also like to reverse that. And okay, when we are being really judgmental to ourselves, when we're being very critical to ourselves, very mean to ourselves sometimes, I also wonder why, what's behind. Not to obsess about what's behind this, please, because there's a lot of that. I try to always make a point that we shouldn't obsess about these things. But if you're curious about what's behind that, right? You know you're a good person. Back to the example that I just gave. You're a good person. If you're watching videos on these topics, okay, you're a good person. If you had any doubt on that, if you feel like you're not a good person, let me just remind you, you're a good person. So if you have a day where you're being really judgmental to yourself, very critical, very mean, or even if that's like a chronic thing that happens all the time, okay, what's behind this? Could it be that you're overwhelmed with everything going on in your life? I like the analogy that I always use of a bucket, a sink, and you have 10 different faucets, and every faucet is an area of your life. Relationships, health, work, whatever. All the good things that, even like your health, your exercise, your diet, and all that. All those are stressors in your life, because relationships can be stressful, work, and all those things, right? If you have all 10 faucets going full force, 100%, all the time, that sink eventually is gonna overflow. So sometimes we obsess about the new, new strategy, new techniques, new things, new systems, and we forget that we just need to turn off one of those faucets or more. So you might need a little bit of time away from family, friends, even partners sometimes. If at work, if that's stressing you so much, but you can't do anything about it, then finding other things. So health, can you sleep a little more? Can you eat a little healthier? Can you drink a little more water? Can you exercise a little more? If you're over exercising, can you balance it out a little more with yoga, tai chi, qigong, breath work, meditation, mobility work, can you balance that out a little more? So figure out which one of the faucets might be causing you to be overwhelmed. Because I notice in my own experience, when I'm overwhelmed, I'm not the nicest person to those around me sometimes. I'm very kind, I'm very compassionate, but if I'm overwhelmed, I just can't, I'm overwhelmed. I react in ways that is not my favorite way to react to other people. So that was one that I wanted to offer. The other one, like I said, maybe you're just having a bad day, maybe there's something going on, maybe there's something that happened today that you are not I'm not gonna say avoiding, but that you're not really giving it the time and energy and the focus that it deserves and requires and needs from you right now. So I would say just honor your wounds, honor whatever's going on. And now that I say wounds, let's go back to the other one. That, of course, here's the thing. You're gonna hear many people talking about, oh, maybe it's coming from an unhealed wound. I have news for you. This is my belief. I'm not saying this is the truth, universal law. We all have wounds that are still unhealed. I don't give a fuck how long you've been on this journey. We all have wounds. And even if you sat down for us 7 days, right, by yourself, and you made a list of all the wounds that you have, and you worked on every single one with the best coach or healer that you know of, and you worked on every single wound that you can think of, right? Because I think we have that illusion that someday I'll be able to heal all my wounds. Here's the thing. There's always a deeper level. Like there's things that I've faced and welcomed and worked on and healed and all those things, right? And then they don't affect me, not even nearly close to what they used to affect me. But maybe a year from now, something happens that will get triggered, and there's a deeper level of healing that's now coming up to be looked at, to be welcomed, to be appreciated, to be faced. There's a new insight, deeper wisdom, more aha moments, more awareness about yourself, about your personality, about things within you, about your triggers. We all have triggers. It's fine it's fucking okay to have triggers. Let me just get that out of my system. And I'm mainly talking to myself, so don't get triggered by my language, I'm sorry. It's okay to have triggers. But here's what I've noticed, like I said, the longer I'm on this journey, when the same trigger gets triggered again, months from now, years from now, I notice, wow, that was a much different experience. So, what's the point? I don't know. Maybe don't obsess about your triggers, about your unhealed wounds. Slowly, gently, compassionately. Here's the other idea that I like. That the opportunity to heal a wound, the opportunity to even look into that wound, to look inside, to explore that wound, the best time for that is when that comes up. Because how many of us, I know you've done it, don't tell me I know you've done this, because I've done it. We force it, we sit down with a journal, we sit down with an exercise that a coach gave us, and we dive deep looking for that wound when it might not be the best time. What if, I'm not saying this is the truth, I'm not saying this is 100% of the time, I'm not saying I know how to do this best, I have no fucking clue. Just sharing my ideas. What if the best and most beneficial and most healing time to do that is when that wound comes up? Because it probably came up for a reason. And what if it came up to help you? What if it's not punishment? What if it's not karma from a past life? God damn it, I want to make a video on that topic, but I know I'm gonna piss people off. What if it's not a punishment from life? What if it's life saying, okay, now, here you go, okay? We gave you the entree, now here's the main plate. Dessert comes in a couple weeks. Now this is for you to benefit from, to grow from, to evolve, to learn, to become a better person, to become the person that you know you are deep inside, that you know you want to be the change that you want to see in the world. So yeah, don't obsess about. And here's the other thing, the self-development industry, god damn it, sometimes it's annoying. And I'm not trying to call out anyone. Of course, I've said this in videos in the past, like I've recommended this in the past, but I think eventually we look at it and be like, whoa, that was not helpful, that was not the best way to approach it. But the thing too is that I think there's like a subconscious, like a little belief in the industry that if I'm not consciously going and looking for those wounds, if I'm not constantly working on myself, then we think that we're less than other people, and we think that, I'm not really giving my best on this inner work journey. Are you serious? That would be a long, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. That's a long topic. So here's what I want to offer. So that way I'm not just rambling and I'm just offering maybe some ideas and solutions. When that comes up, one idea that I always use is, if I was talking to my best friend, if I was talking to people that I truly care about, would I speak to them in that way? Sometimes when we think stuff on the inside about ourselves, if you say that out loud, you'd be like, holy shit, there's no way I would ever say that to someone. So it's okay, just notice that. You don't need to beat yourself up for beating yourself up. Just notice that. Slow down. Well, slow down and breathe. You can get one of those. My hair is covering. I'll put the link below. I make these for myself, these t-shirts that I make, because I like these reminders. So breathe, slow down. Realize, here's the thing. If you were not in pain, you wouldn't treat yourself that way. If you were not going through something internally, which, by the way, you don't even need to know what it is, but if you were not going through anything internally, you wouldn't talk to yourself that way, you wouldn't treat yourself that way. If you didn't have those unhealed wounds from the past, when a school teacher told you you were not good enough, or maybe a parent did something, said something, looked at you in one way that you thought was a message kind of saying like, I'm not loved, they don't care about me. And those types of childhood wounds, which have a lot to do with these things, of course, then you wouldn't treat yourself that way. So if you knew someone that they're a good person, they're very kind, caring, loving, giving, but right now they're going through hell, they feel like crap, and they're treating people like crap, you would most likely be kind to them and try to offer kindness and love and compassion. So maybe you can do that to yourself. And I know everyone says it and it maybe sounds cheesy or whatever, but you need to be able to give yourself the things that you want other people to give you. I said treat other people the way you would like to be treated. Also maybe treat yourself the way you'd like to be treated. Treat yourself the way you treat other people when you're kind to them. I need to slow down. But there's many ideas in my head right now. But I think compassion, obviously compassion is a way to heal self-criticism, and love is a way to heal self-criticism. You're not gonna heal self-criticism with a 7-step, very mental, very analytical system that a coach gave you. First, write down the initial wound and where this came from, and number 2, do this, and number 3, do that, and number 4. I don't know. I don't think that works for many of us. I don't think that works if you're a heart-centered person, like if you're a sensitive person, a more emotional person. I don't think a very analytical 7-step system is gonna work that well. So I truly hope this helps. If also, by the way, if you want ideas, tools, mindset shifts, and all that cool stuff to be able to embark on a self-love journey, that's what I share. I try to make it gentle, compassionate, loving, and things that actually work. I'm not the kind of person that's gonna tell you, just be kind to yourself. Oh, you just need to love yourself. You just need to take time by yourself. Like, those are easier said than done. Some of them sound amazing, but they don't really maybe do much. So I put together my best stuff, and I'll put the link down below for those resources. If you watched this far, here's what I wanted to maybe ask you as a favor. First of all, if you could give it a thumbs up, that'd be a huge help. That's the only way that these videos can reach more people, and hopefully it can help more people, not just to feed my ego, but it's nice when you're doing what you love. It would be nice for this video to reach more people. So if you can give it a thumbs up, if you leave a comment with anything that might have resonated from the video, I'm always curious to know what resonates. And also, if there's something that I could help you with, a topic that you would like me to make a video about, post it down below. I always do my best to support you in as many ways as I can. So I think that's it. I'm gonna also put some videos up here that might be helpful after this one. You might want to subscribe. I forget which side it's on. If you want to subscribe, a lot more coming. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day.